All right, man. You're now tuned into another Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, special edition tonight with our brother Hocus for Fifth. I'm your brother Old Guy, Hip Hop News Uncensored. Sitting across from me is my co-host.
What up? What up? It's your man SamAnt. Viral Hip Hop News. It's a Friday evening. We are live, and goddamn, it feels good to be in the building for another episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Like we got our normal panel. We got Darren Marion, Rattel SEO, our brother Kansu, Aboriginal Consulting, and our brother Hocus for Fifth. We had him on a couple weeks ago. Dope ass interview. We got him back in the building. Gentlemen, how y'all doing this evening?
Everything good, man. Everything good.
Everything's everything, man. We winning, man.
Yeah.
We built for this, baby. We built for this.
That's a fact.
We built for this.
Yeah, man. So Hocus, man, I've been watching a lot of your Instagram posts. I'm with you. Even when you put up today about the lady in the hospital bed, you know, with the thing, and I seen, I'm like, that's fake.
He sure did.
I said it's fake, you know what I'm saying? But you know, from New York City, you got the pulse of what's going on in New York City, man. Talk to us about what's your whole theory behind what's going on with this whole coronavirus right now throughout the U.S. and the world.
Well, you know, with the coronavirus, once I seen Governor Cuomo do a state of emergency last week or a couple days ago, I told everybody, I was in New York. I told everybody, like, yo, I even posted it. Massive quarantine is coming. Everybody grip up. Niggas was laughing at me. Yo, you conspiracy theory. I say, bro, I know how these people move. I've been studying conspiracy theory for years. You know what I'm saying? And like, when you can see through patterns, the way they move, you know what's coming. So right now, where I think is going, where it's going with this, like my perception kind of changed a little bit, because a lot is being exposed right now as far as with the deep state and all that. We're gonna be quarantined. We're gonna be locked down. We know the plan, the overall plan of the deep state is to mass vaccinate all of us. You know what I'm saying? They want us all vaccinated. ID 2020. They all want us all with these chips. All that shit is real. Like, you know, they push the button. They putting the plan in motion. But if you've been watching and like if you've been paying attention for a while, you know, Trump has been taking down a lot of these pedophiles and you know, and a lot of them like politicians, judges, lawyers, celebrities, you know, a lot of them been brought up on some charges. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm sitting back and I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, I don't know if you heard of the group Q. I never heard of them until now, but Q is kind of already like in alignment with what I already believe in. But the only thing is that they're super Trump supported. So my perception of Trump was always through like somebody else or maybe through the media. I never had my own perception of Trump. I just looked at him like, oh, he's a racist. Oh, you know, we seen the white supremacists support him so much. But now I'm starting to look at it a little bit differently. Like, he's a New Yorker, man. He talk his shit. He comes on there. He talk like he talk. He say, why you keep saying it's the China virus? Because they said it's our virus and it came from China. That's some shit I would have said. Just like that. You feel me, bro? Like, I would have said it just like that. You know what I'm saying? And but not for that, I even I believe we see how he's taken down. You go through the research, these human sex traffickers. And when I seen a guy like Jeffrey Epstein go down, I was like, okay, who did he get mad in the cabal? You know what I mean? Because in my mind, I always thought, you know, well, it doesn't matter what president is there. But then we see Weinstein go down. And I'm like, hold on, something is wrong here. Like, these are powerful people going down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't just going down without, you know. And then I started, you know, to hear about the Q and what they saying about Trump. And I started doing my research and I'm like, holy shit. Like, it's a covert war basically going on, man. And we in World War III. Niggas ain't gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is bio warfare right here, man. Like, real shit. So it's a covert war going on between the government and shadow government. And that's, you know, that's what I believe. And we the pawns. We in the middle of it.
You know, when you said the last thing you said, it immediately reminded me of you, Darren. When you hit us up that morning, you was like, "We at war." I'm just getting out the gym. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm at war. What the fuck are you talking about? Expound on what Hocus just said in regards to we at the war, and expound on that a little bit.
Okay, right on, man. So October 17th of 2019, in the Wuhan province of China, they had the military games. They had 109 countries, 10,000 soldiers from all these countries were there, the best and brightest, the most athletically fit, the most trained. If you look at some of the video, you'll see where they had the paratroopers, where the paratroopers are showing when they're competing what they can do in the air and how well they can land. They're competing in archery. They're competing in shooting. And then 5 months later, you got this pandemic that hits.
Mm-hmm.
And it's from the Wuhan province. So, I mean, my grandmother ain't raised no fool, man.
Exactly, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
my grandmother
they lay it out for you.
But the thing is, man, it's like we are at war, man. And I think that Trump is the right guy for it because he has a chutzpah. He's a guy that's he's not scared, man. You know, he's the kind of guy, I mean, that I imagine Trump, and I'm just kind of throwing it out there. I imagine Trump as a guy getting out the back of the limo wearing a London fog and grabbing a dude and saying, "Look at me, I did this to you."
Yo, I told my man, not to cut you, I told my man earlier, he remind me of a mob boss, man. He don't move like a politician.
No, he doesn't, man. He doesn't. And the thing is, black folks don't remember this, man. But Trump was the one that single-handedly funded Jesse Jackson's campaign.
Mm.
A lot of people don't know that, man. Trump financed his campaign.
Interesting.
You know, he's an old white man. Like I have a lot of mentors that are old white men, and they'll say sometimes they might say something like, "Oh man, look at mixed babies, aren't they so cute?" And the way they say it. But I'm like, I look past it because I'm like, okay, this is who they are. This is the frame. This is the frame of reference that they have. So if they talk to this, they just don't understand. Times change. He's just the kind of old white man there. He's in his 70s, man. How many the meanest motherfuckers in the world, excuse my language, the meanest men in the world are gonna be a black man over 50 years old. Because they didn't see life, man. So why wouldn't you expect the same thing, man, from a 70-year-old white man?
Or talk about these celebrities, because now anytime you turn around left and right, anytime we look, it's a bigger celebrity getting the coronavirus. What does that mean? Like when I think about something really going on, like, and it's airborne, they're saying it's airborne. We're supposed to be nervous, we're supposed to be afraid, even though I see 2,000 people up in Walmart and there's thousands of people here and there grabbing all this shit, but they're still together. And if it was that serious, as soon as we touch a cart, as soon as we touch this, we'd all have it. Let's just keep it 100. But talk about the mass hysteria in the what's the word I'm looking for? The celebrities that are out here coming out and that kind of stuff.
Hocus. All right. Want me to touch on it? All right. What I think, it's either two things, right? It's either we all have it and it's all in our system already. You know what I mean? Because these celebrities coming out, I ain't got no symptoms, but I tested it and they said I have it. So if you ain't got no symptoms, well, first of all, what's the reason for testing you? And if you have it with no symptoms, then we all gotta have this shit. You know what I mean? It's probably airborne and it's, maybe it's not as serious. Maybe it's just killing older people like they saying. Or like people like Donovan. I don't see people like Donovan Mitchell really. I don't know. I never like doubt anybody, but I don't see him really down with the cabal or deep state or nothing like that. I think people like Tom Hanks is though. Like, Tom Hanks been brought up on charges. The Prime Minister of Canada been brought up on charges. Charles Barkley brought up on charges. His name is in the same conversation with pedophiles. What are you doing, Charles? Like something going on here. Chris Tucker name is on the Epstein Island, the list. Chris Tucker name is on there with Bill Clinton. Chris Tucker, what you going to that island for? We all know Pedo Island. You know what I'm saying? So now all these celebrities, all of a sudden, right? Like I said, I think Trump is fighting this virus. He's fighting the bio warfare going on. All of these celebrities all of a sudden say, I got coronavirus. Tom Hanks is in Australia. I can't fly now. I got coronavirus. The whole Vatican came down with coronavirus. Shut down Italy. You know what I mean? Shut it down. You know what I'm saying? So I think that with these celebrities, some of them are being used as pawns, maybe. Mm-hmm. And some of them are just like, I'm gonna let the brother go. Some of them are down with the cabal.
You got it, Darren. You can
you gotta look right now. The epicenter is Rome. Right? First it was China. China now has 0 cases.
With no vaccine.
With no vaccine. I was talking to a buddy of mine that a lot of times, man, they could actually solve this. And what they're doing is find a vaccine using AI, which is really scary. They started out with 8,000 compounds and they broke it down within 3 days to 78. So, and they did that just using the AI from the Oak Ridge Labs. Oak Ridge Labs is in Tennessee. That's where they do the nuclear, the nuclear computer, and that's like total science. If you want science, you go to Oak Ridge in Tennessee. And their supercomputer calculated that through just using AI. Ran all the math formulas, ran everything, and came up with 77 compounds, man, in 3 days. This is crazy, man. This is a weapon, man. This is something militarized, man. It came from a military area, man. I mean, you got to be crazy if you don't see it.
Exactly.
And you see it. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish off, Darren.
And the way that they're handling it, the way our government is handling it, man, we got the right people, because right now gas prices are where they need to be. Could you imagine going through this and gas being $3 a gallon?
But do you remember when 9/11 happened? How the gas prices was?
Yeah, it was gassing, man.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It's like total opposite, right?
It's the opposite, man.
It's crazy.
So what they do right now, the United States is the world's largest exporter of oil. People don't know that. They think it's Saudi Arabia. No, it's the United States. We're sitting on the Barnett Shale in northern Texas. The Barnett Shale is one of the largest places that's producing natural gas and oil in the world. That makes us a net exporter. So that means that we can drive down prices. We can free up cash. Right now, discretionary income is being freed up. When you free up discretionary income, it's not a mad rush to run to the bank. It's not a mad rush to go to the store. Yeah, we got some issues, but we have that at Christmas time. You know, people get into it at Christmas time over toys. So that, I don't look at that as being the same thing. But imagine if gas was $3 a gallon. So that shows that this is under some sort of control. It's not out of control, man. Gas prices. I filled up my tank today, man. $1.63, man. I haven't done that since. And last time gas prices were around that was in 80s? March. Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
No, it was in March. Gas prices was in March of 2016.
2016.
And I already did the research, man. So March 2016, man. It was actually March 21st. So
yeah, man, we're here tonight with Hocus 4/5 and Darren Marion of Rattel SEO. Now, you see now that all these pictures are starting to come out on the internet. You see people showing the tanks. You know what I mean? I seen one dude posted, it was like on a railroad track, and it was all these army cars and tanks and everything coming through. What's the end game, fellas? What's next? What do you foresee? Let's say the next 7 days in the United States of America. Where do we go from here, in your opinion?
Well, like I said from the gate, I knew that once they pushed the button, I knew that we was going to be quarantined and martial law was going to be implemented. Because, I mean, once you quarantine, that's martial law. But this is not the type of martial law that we envision when we talk about how the cabal is going to implement martial law. Because if it was, first of all, they would have shut the gun stores down from the gate. Like, I'm in Georgia, motherfuckers buying mad rifles. Like, one thing about America is citizens is going to stand up. You got liberals that's like, yo, I'm in a gun store with them. Like, yo, they ain't taking our freedoms. You know what I'm saying? So if this was that type of martial law, they would have prepared a little better. So we definitely see the tanks and all that. We scared and we not used to this shit. I'm not used to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being optimistic because I just don't, like, if it was different, like I said, or this also, if it would have been NATO soldiers or soldiers from another country coming in,
yeah,
then end game, we done.